myself, I had a long, hard road from probably the age of 12 and up. My addiction is alcohol, and it was beyond an obsession. I fell in love with what it gave me, made me feel. I think I had anxiety was probably twice the level than average of most people. So I was good around people like that till I got in public, and I felt smaller than that, you know. I got quiet, I couldn't talk to people, it wouldn't have to be drinking at the time, but once I had the alcohol in me, I could talk to anybody. But through the years, it would always suppress the anxiety, and when I drink, I courage, I drink liquid courage, is what they call it.
That's it. That's what they call it.
And about the age of 18 to 21, I want to say that's when alcohol had completely overcome me, let alone my anxiety. I'd rather back up in the corner with a bottle at a party and let everybody talk to everybody and just leave me alone. I was exactly that person. I let everybody else just to leave me with my bottle. And it went on and on, it kept getting worse and worse. And I'd say the last 5 years is the worst of all, because that's when I started to wake up with a bottle in my hand. I went to sleep with a bottle, and then when I woke up, I'd count and seen that I got about a half a bottle left. I'd walk to the corner store, it would only take me an hour to get there. Get a good plenty for the night and wake up to the next morning and make that same hour walk home. Stacker on that thing. And the last 5 years, first time I had a withdrawal with seizures. And it put me completely out. I came to in the hallway of the hospital. And it was full of paramedics, and they wasn't taking their time. They got me to the one room where they put my head inside the scanner, and I seen it go around. It went about 4 times around me. I went back up again because it just went up. Came in, came back to. I was inside a room by myself where they done all the tests and put me in the room. My brother, it done came and picked me up and get my medication there. It turned out to be a seizure. And they said definitely, probably the 3rd day I'd been without drinking. I started having dry heat to the point because I wasn't eating either during that time, or 2 or 3 days or so. And then I couldn't look at a bottle of alcohol without having dry heat. I put them away, I couldn't look at them. And over the years, it kept, over the time, it kept progressing. And the second seizure I had after I had withdrawal, I went in on December 4th. And I finally left and went back home on December 28th. I remember spending Christmas there myself. But from December the 4th to like December the 8th, halfway through the 8th, I was in intensive care where I had the seizure. Walking up the hallway in front of my mother, who's, thank God she's still here right now. I had the seizure right in front of her, and I went straight down in the floor, head butted the floor, which caused me to have a brain bleed in the center of my brain. And I was in intensive care for 4.5 days because of that. And the 3rd day of that, they told my mom and my sister and my brother they might as well expect the worst. They might as well start picking up my casket because
I want to intensive care. Dates and fat over,
They was about ready to start filling out my death certificate. And within about a year, one day, a day and a half, the center of my brain actually started healing up. The blood started fading, backing up, going away. And, the doctors and all them told me at that time, ain't nothing they could do. And a day and a half later, whenever they took me out of intensive care, still kept me in intensive care, but I had my own room. The only way I got out of there, I had to be off.
I was first getting date already.
But a day and a half, I was in my own room. Well, after 4.5 days, I still stayed there from about halfway through the 8th, all the way to 28. And after about around the 20th, that's one of the worst times of my life. Around the 20th, it finally started going to the rooms and doing different motions, walking and all that. And I remember walking there, they had to hold me up. I had no balance whatsoever. I couldn't walk from here to the doors where I had to sit down and rest for about 10-15 minutes. My legs, everything was shot. And it wasn't because of my strength, it was because of my brain couldn't handle the major change I went through. And still, I probably had 5 withdrawal seizures since then because I was still being hard-headed and going my way. And I tried 3 times to go to Daymore, which is up in High Point. I've been there 5 times. And this time I tried 3 times, and they have some kind of excuse or something. I need to go back and have changes to come back. And on the 3rd time, me and my sister, who I owe her a lot, she saved my life as much as Teen Challenge did. Me and her walked out cussing out the day more. The 5th time I graduated from them, I was drunk by the time I got home. That's all they would talk about was my addiction and how I got there. Love to tell us about it. I'm like, I tried to get away from it. I can't even get away, I was talking about it. And we went back home, and that's whenever she got on the internet, and she finally came up with Teen Challenge. I'm giving him a call. She picked up the phone and called him, and that's when Wayne, he picked up the phone and talked to her about it, and said, we'll take him today. And it's a long term too, it's 7 months. I was expecting something longer than that, right? 30 days, 60 days, 90 days was just enough to dry out and make it want it that way. I need something a lot more than that. And she found Teen Challenge. It wasn't probably an hour and a half, and I was taking my clothes out of my suitcase and packing in the drawer. As soon as I was there, as soon as she said, we got somebody, and they said, take it today. I already had my backpack, my suitcase packed. I was already loading in the car, so let's go. And I've been there now, pushing 8 months, about to graduate. And I know myself, when I came in the Teen Challenge, I am nothing compared to then and what I am now.
Amen.
I had a Bible study with my fellow brothers before we came here earlier today about our ancestors who once passed down to us the knowledge that we need from God, Jesus, and so forth. Now it's our turn to pass down to the ones that's yet to come, generation of tomorrow. And so when I leave here now, I am a new creation, no doubt. And that's what I have full intentions. I am a Christian, I am a man gonna live for God and so forth, but it's time for me to live for myself too, and not for a father. And that's
Some young guys in there
my
now.
nieces, my nephews, I don't have children right now, but I got nieces and nephews and all who I'm gonna be then, I want them to pass down to their children, so that's all we want. Not the one I used to be looking down and brother passed out. That's not what I want, and that's the one I want them to pass down from generation to generation. And what they speak to when matter comes judgment day is what I speak. So what I pass down, it will come back with me.
Amen.
And God, when we say, well, it's in the demons, look at me. So what they say, we say, well,
Mhm.
well, that's a whole lot. I mean, y'all have to pull out things and everything about that. Right? Food's great. I'll stay here and eat food. But I'm going to go ahead and jump down here and let the next person have it.